Welcome back to the channel, everyone, live from the Lego room / Lego City. I'm your host, Risto, and today I'm going to take you through my top 5 Lego sets I'm going to be investing in throughout 2023, as these sets are going to be retiring at the end of the year, and we'll see a probably pretty escalated increase in price after these do retire. I don't want to miss out on these, but I also want to invest in these Lego sets. So if you're interested in that list, hit that subscribe button, and let's go through all 5 sets throughout today's video. Number 5 on my list is going to be a little bit different from my everyday Lego, just because it's something I personally do not have at the moment, but is probably one of my top end items on my list that I do not want to miss out on. Also, that I want to invest in because I do think it will perform extremely well in the long term. I'm not planning on selling this on January 1st of 2024. That does not happen for me. I'm kind of looking at a long-term outlook on this set because it's so iconic and such a great set that I think it'll do extremely well. So number 5 is none other than the Nintendo Entertainment System, coming out, I think, on the shelf life for just about 2 years now, but it is set number 71374 and has 2,646 pieces, which I think is kind of a small piece count for how awesome this Lego set is. It features a controller, which is really cool, and then the Nintendo Entertainment System, but also a TV you plug into that's movable and crankable for the Mario to rotate and kind of jump over this course, which is just some of the, like, one of the absolute coolest Lego sets I think I've ever seen. Like, this is it. Of course, it being Super Mario, I think, and from Nintendo, right? I think it's just a high set on the list that's going to perform extremely well. So just for today's video, I pulled out the Mario collection. Yes, these look really good on display here. But anyways, Lego Mario time. So this guy can actually fit up on the Nintendo Entertainment System, which is really cool, on kind of like hop around, and it has its playable features, right? But they pair along nicely, and I, for one, love the Mario. I think he's pretty cool. So, like, it's pretty cool. You see him just got a bunch of coins, right? He has a QR scanner, and it's pretty exclusive for the Nintendo Entertainment System one. So that's kind of my reason why I really do want the Mario to have his entertainment system, and I just think it's going to be a great set in the long term. The 4th Lego set on our list is none other than this is a part of the Creator Expert line, but is now moved into the Creator Icons, or into just the Icons, Lego Icons line. It's none other than the Bookshop. So an exciting modular. It actually released January 1st of 2020. Wow, it's a long time ways back. So yeah, this is pretty sweet. It's the Creator Expert Bookshop. It is, I don't even know down the line how many modulars this one is, but native to 2020. When I say 2020, I just think year of pandemic, but excuse me, a really great modular. This set actually retailed at $180, which is the price point I bought it at, plus whatever discounts that I received way back when discounts were flying in like crazy. But it retailed for $180 and actually had a price escalation of $200. So it had a 10%, over a 10% return just by buying it day one and just holding it through, you know, the following year. So it's pretty crazy to see, right? Which is crazy, but this one is notorious, right? The Lego modular line is notorious for escalating and appreciating in value. One of the big reasons I'm going to invest in this one is just because I am in love with the Creator modular line. It's just a Lego theme I really enjoy, and I know a lot of other people really enjoy. So I definitely want multiple copies. And this may be a set I'm not investing in to sell later on and, you know, make money. This is a Creator Expert set that I'm investing in for the channel. That way we can have this set later on, multiple copies of this set later on, when, you know, we want to build something else with it, just because of how I think amazing the value is for something like this. So I actually have 3 copies of this already. I have 1 built in the city, and I think I have 2 sealed. I think I bought 1 or 2 earlier this year already. So definitely high up on the list, even at the $200 price point. It's going to be extremely hard to find, I would say, when you start nearing towards the end of the year. So that's kind of why on the front end of the year, we're focusing on these sets so heavily, because we're learning from our past experiences and our past mistakes. We don't want to miss out on these sets as production decreases and Last Chance is kind of flowing. Number 3 on our list, guys, is the Mos Eisley Cantina, coming from the Star Wars themed, right? So this is actually going to be, I believe this was an Ultimate Collector Series set, Master Builder Series. Master Builder Series is what the box title says. But anyways, comes with 3,187 pieces, set number 75290. It features just, I think it was like 25 minifigs, just absolutely amazing. This is just a set I have to have. Unfortunately, guys, the set used to retail for $350 and is now at a nice price point of $400 at retail. So we did miss the mark there, whatever the percentage is from 350 to 400. It is unfortunate, but to be quite frank, I'm investing in this set. I honestly will not mind paying $400 for this set because I think it's that amazing, and I truly do not believe we will not see a discount on this set unless it's double VIP points or promotional items. I just, from other vendors like, you know, Amazon or Kohl's or Walmart, I personally I don't think I'm gonna have the fortunate luck to find this on a discount. So instead of missing this, I want to invest in this set, and I'm willing to pay the $400 here over time. I'm not saying like, oh, this video, as soon as this video releases, I'm gonna go buy 10 of these at $400. No, that's not gonna happen. But it's a Lego set that's on my list to invest in, just because one of the main factors being the minifigs from the Star Wars set. It features so many great ones and is quite unique to the set. And as well, being out of the Star Wars theme, it's a little bit more likely known that Star Wars appreciates at a more rapid rate just because of the exclusivity and, you know, the retirement. It's licensed, right? It's a licensed theme, so minifigs tend to do a lot well compared to the actual sets. The minifigs increase in value quite significantly. But anyways, guys, the Mos Eisley Cantina definitely makes it on my top 5 list, just because it's an amazing set. It's pretty relatively short shelf life. I think it came out in 2021, so it's gonna have like, I don't know, just under 3 years of shelf life, so like 2.5 years, I believe it is, which is not an extremely long time. And I feel like since the price escalation went from 350 to 400, that also kind of plays a role into it. So definitely trying to pick up at least, I would say, 3 copies of that one to add to my Lego portfolio. Next up, we have the Creator Expert Assembly Square. And quite frankly, guys, this is probably the best Lego modular that's probably ever been produced. And I think it was all the way back in 2018, I think is the year it came out, off the top of my head. It's set number 1,255. So 10,255 is a set number, and it comes with 4,002 pieces. So it's a modular and a half, which just means it's a base plate and half a base plate, which is the only one of its bunch. It's massive. It's 3 stories tall. Comes with, I think, 10 minifigs, one being a baby. Is just a dream set to put together. It was such a enjoyable build. I actually have 3 copies of this one already. It had a price escalation. This set used to retail for $260, and it increased by $40. So I don't know, probably the 12 to 15% price increase. I don't know, does that sound accurate? It increased by $40, which is kind of a high since it only had a $260 retail price. So it ended up increasing to $300. So I already had 2 copies when it was at that $260 range. So $40. I made $80 just by just by buying these sets early, which is crazy technically, right? You don't make anything if you don't sell. But anyways, guys, this is another set I'm investing in on the channel. Not mainly because I want to sell this and just, you know, sell it to collectors and make a ton of money. That's kind of not what this one is about at all. This is just a set I've enjoyed so much that it would hurt me not to have more copies of this, just because of how much joy this set brought me. So that's kind of my justification. I love the modular line. I said it for the Bookshop. I said it for the Assembly Square now, just as equivalent. This set's amazing. I honestly want 10 copies of this, and I still wouldn't think that's enough, just because one day I might want to make a modular stack of these, just because of how amazing it is. Simply incredible build. The other thing, it has a bunch of different rebrickable designs, and I would love to do like dang near all of them, just because they're so cool. Currently, I don't have the entire amount of space that I need to do all of those, but maybe one day, right? And that's kind of why I want to invest in them and have many copies now before it's too late. And the number 1 on my list is going to be the Lego Ideas medieval blacksmith. It's actually the 33rd Lego Ideas set ever made. So it is set number 21325, features 2,164 pieces, which if you're comparing that amount of pieces for the original retail price of $150 was quite extreme, especially being from the Lego Ideas line. It even came up with a light up brick just to throw out a little incentive. But it was part of like a medieval fantasy era. And truthfully, before this set, we haven't seen a lot of this in quite some days, especially good Lego sets. So this was kind of the first one to kick things rolling. And I know Lego's probably had so much success with this, they started shifting gears and started focusing more on fantasy. And we've seen successor sets like the 90-year Castle release, so and some of the future Lego Idea sets, right? $150 though was the original retail price. I did pick this up at retail price, so I think with double VIP and some promos. So excluding deals, I still think $150 is such an amazing price for this set. Unfortunately, it jumped up to $180, which is, again, probably in that like 16-17% price increase, which is unfortunate, right? But anyways, it's a nice set. I love this set. It was probably one of the most enjoyable builds I've ever built. So for me, it's another one I want to invest in the channel for. I would love a whole market of these. I think it would be incredible. They look, if I ever built a, blacksmith, or not a blacksmith, if I ever built like a fantasy era, like castle area, I want like at least 7-8 of these, and I can mock them into my own ways. So that's another reason why I want to get a bunch of these, is just to have them for the channel, invest in them for the channel. So, but I do think I would offload a couple of these in later years just because of how amazing this set is. So my price target for the set is still at the $150 range. We've covered this one multiple times in our sales/discounts videos. We see it drop on Amazon to $150. I know there's no other incentives, but at least you're paying $150 instead of $180 for this one. So I only have one copy of this, but I do plan on picking up at least 2 to 3 more copies of this throughout the year. And that'll just kind of come in phases. So if you want to stay up to date on when I buy these sets, just hit that notification bell and stay up to date with what our purchases are. But talk about a costly, expensive top 5 list. I know that Lego's expensive in general, guys. So with that being said, this is my top 5, probably high-end, high list of sets that I'm going to be buying. One of the bonus ones is Ninjago City Gardens that I would like to invest in for the channel as well, even with the price escalation at $350 versus $300. I think that set's amazing and will perform extremely well over time, so that's my bonus set for today's list. With that being said, I'm also going to put together for a coming soon video a top 5 Lego investment sets under, $100. So on the cheaper end, that you want to invest in sets that are just a little bit cheaper than these high-end $250 to $300 sets. I think that's quite plausible, right? So I'm going to put together a list for you guys on the top 5 sets I'm also going to invest in that are under $100. I think that would provide some value. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below. Maybe give me a couple suggestions for some sets. I could always use the input there. I've already started making a list, and I have like about 10 sets, which is a lot, right? But I need to dwindle it down. I kind of pinpoint which ones I think are probably the best investments because I want to focus on a more limited list anyways. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. It was an exciting one to go through our top 5 investment sets. Let me know what Lego sets you're investing in the comments below. It's going to be a fast year, so I want to stay ahead of this as time surely does fly by. I am your host, Risto. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Stud City, out.